In order to support green financial markets in Japan, well, first of all, the disclosure is foremost important thing. So we've been requiring the corporations to disclose sustainability-related information, particularly climate-related ones, according to the ISSB standards. And we have already issued a regulation for mandating that for the corporations, and it will be effective in coming years. And in addition to that, well, we need to make sure that the financial institutions will be aligned with those initiatives which promote sustainability. And so we issued a certain supervisory guidance for financial institutions, particularly for climate-related issues. And in that aspect, well, we really emphasize the role of financial institutions to engage with corporates so that their behavior will change accordingly in order to achieve net zero in the coming decades. And in there, financial institutions' role is to, well, facilitate the change of business strategy that corporations are going to have in that environment. And in order to do that, well, climate mitigation is coming from the climate transition towards net zero. And by climate transition is being promoted, then that actually reduces the risk of physical risk from climate change. So, well, of course, we need a certain adaptation, but certainly climate mitigation can bring about the reduced risk of climate change in the future. So the foremost thing is that the climate transition activities by corporation facilitated by financial institutions. So all those things will result in the more advanced green financial markets in Japan, I hope. Well, I think in the Japan's approach, not only we promote the green financial markets, but we emphasize the collaboration between the financial sector and the business sector. And I think in many Asian countries, there are a very large part of industrial sectors operating in the region. So in each jurisdiction, I think the certain public intervention to forge such industrial sector and the financial sector collaboration so that the green financial markets will really address the need of the business to transform themselves for a greener future. And in that instance, well, for example, for adopting the TCFD framework, a task force on the climate-related financial disclosure framework, well, Japan established the TCFD Consortium Japan, which brings together the financial sector and the business sector to work together for the more detailed guidance on how the TCFD disclosure should be made and also should be used by financial institutions so that the disclosure will lead to the actual changes of behavior by business sector. So I think that can be replicated in Asia, for example, in America. Well, for example, Mexico adopted the TCFD consortium model, and with the cooperation with APEC, Japan is promoting the replicating that kind of business sector and the financial sector collaboration model in Asia.